Welcome to Kid TV. I thought I'd do a video on relationship advice. Now, everyone asks me why you're not in a relationship. Well, there's a lot of reasons why, but taking this consideration, if you're in a relationship, right, and you think, oh, they could be the one, it's better to take one day at a time and take it week by week instead of start planning for babies and fucking marriage and all that. Um, I guess in a relationship, there's people always want the perfect person, and you don't ever find the perfect person. Some people want people with blonde hair, or they want people that are fit, or people don't want people that are fat. There's always a type. We should never label people as type, but I do believe there has to be some physical attraction. I mean, if you say based on personality, you know, you may like their personality, but don't find them attractive enough. It's understandable. But if you're in a relationship, there are keys to making a relationship work. Now, when you first meet someone, never rush in things. Always start by a nice, friendly handshake. Nice to meet you. Um, it's different, obviously, if you've known the person for years. That's different. But if you're first meeting someone, don't rush into sex straight away, because if they want sex straight away, it's not always a good thing. I mean, you want someone that, you meet up, have a coffee, have a nice date, get to know them, what's their beliefs and what they look for in the future, and then and there you'll know if you want to be with that person. Yes, physical attraction obviously is the main thing, but never rush into sex or wanting to hook up with them. You get to know them first. Once you get to know them, then you know if it's going to work. Now, once you're in a relationship, the things you don't do is text all the time. I mean, that gets very frustrating. I mean, give each other personal space, especially in the first few weeks, few months. Don't ring them every 5 minutes asking how they're doing. A simple text at the start of the day, like "Good morning, how are you? I hope you have a lovely day. Hope to chat to you soon later on." That's all you need. That's just one text, you know. Um, and if you keep calling them, it's going to cost you money, obviously. But one call and one text, I think, is fine during the day. Late at night, you could say to them, "Oh, honey, I hope you had a good day. Missing you. Hope to catch up with you soon. Sweet dreams." That's fine at the end of the day. Not, every 5 minutes, Personally, if I'm going to be in a relationship, um, they've got to respect my freedom and space. Um, I don't want to be full on. I don't want, you know, I love yous in the first week, because you can't really love someone. Maybe 9 out of 10 times you can't fall in love with someone straight away. Um, Also, if you're in a relationship, now, if you're a male and you're in a relationship with a female, if your girlfriend has a lot of male friends and female friends, if you trust them, you let them do what they want. That's the main thing. You know, when you get into a relationship, whoever they're friends with, that they can stay friends with. I mean, say if you're a girl and your boyfriend doesn't like you talking to other blokes that he doesn't know, and he doesn't like you talking to your male friends, that's stiff shit. Right? It's all based on trust at the end of the day. And if you've been friends with someone for such a long time, no one has a right to interfere in who you can be friends with and who you cannot be friends with. If you trust each other, they can be friends with whoever they want. Now, if a person thinks they can control you in a relationship, straight away, that should be a warning saying no. There should be no rules in a relationship. The only rule is not to cheat. That's my basic belief. Whoever you're friends with before you get into a relationship should be there afterwards and during. Now, if the person you're with doesn't like that, they should go. Now, on the subject of cheating, the moment in a relationship someone cheats on you, you get out, because they will do it again, and there's no excuses for cheating. If it's not working in the relationship, well then you let them go. I don't believe in cheating. I think it's wrong. And if you're one of those people that cheat, because I hate how people say, "Oh, I love the person so much," and then they cheat, and then stupidly the person forgives them and lets them go on, and then they end up cheating again. If they, in the three things, if these things happen to you in a relationship, get out. Number one, cheating. Number 2, physical abuse or mental abuse. And 3, over controlling. If those 3 warning signs are in your relationship, you better talk to them, otherwise it's going to go bad very quickly. Also, don't think you can change someone. Like, if you're a person that doesn't drink or doesn't smoke like myself, and you go with someone that drinks and smokes, don't try to change them. If that's the way they are, that's the way they are. You accept someone for who they are going into a relationship. I mean, personally for me, I would want to go out with someone that gets absolutely pissed every week, gets drunk, does drugs. I mean, drinking's fine. I don't mind if they have a drink. Not to the fact that they spew and chuck up. Smoking, I'm not really a fan of people that smoke. So if I went out with someone, if they smoked, they smoke. I have to accept them for that. But when it comes to drugs, I can't accept that, because, my perfect girl would have to be one that, I don't mind if she drinks, because everybody drinks. No drugs. I will not go with someone that does drugs. Smoking, if they don't smoke around me, it's fine. Because I don't want to smell like a cigarette. They have to have a future plan. They have to be hardworking and dedicated, because I want to be with someone like me that looks for a future, hardworking, doesn't slack off, because that's the person I want to be with. Someone that doesn't, someone that wants to work, and someone that wants to be dedicated and know what they want in the future. Immaturity. Now, within reason, I think everyone is immature in some way. Me, I'm 27, 28, act like a 16-year-old. That's because I don't take life too serious, because, every day you got to make it like it's your last, But also, if you're trying to find that right person, I don't think dating sites do work, to be honest with you. The paid ones are more likely to work. Most dating sites are fake. The person you're talking to only wants one thing half the time. If you're going into a relationship and that other person's got a kid, you've got to realize that the father of say if you're going into a relationship and your girlfriend's already got a kid, the father's always going to be in the picture and he'll always be around. So you've got to understand that. Same thing as for the female. If she's going to get a boyfriend that's got a kid, the mother's always going to be around. Personally, for me, if I was to get into a relationship, if the other person's got a kid, I don't think it'll work out, because I'd rather have my own kids than another person's to support. I've tried that before. I've looked after my girlfriend's kid at the time, and it was just, I thought it's not fair on me spending all my wages on supporting my girlfriend and a kid when it's not even my responsibility. But I still took that responsibility. Now, the topic always in a relationship is engagement. If you've known someone a long time and you get into a relationship with them, at least wait 1 to 2 years before you say you want to propose to them. No need to rush it, because after 1 or 2 years you'll know if you want to marry that person. When it comes to having a kid with someone, wait till after your marriage. I mean, having a kid between, like I said, the ages of 13 and 20, I think it's far too young. No one, you're only starting to live your life before the age of 21. So anyone, if you're under 21 and you've got a kid, and you want a relationship, it's going to be hard, because most people don't want baggage, because it's a lot to accept. A relationship also won't work if one person is only working and bringing home the money. It's not fair on the other person that has to pay for everything. If you're in a relationship, it's best when you first start off. When you're going, say, for a date, she pays for her thing, he pays for his thing, right? But if you want to buy them some flowers or some roses or something, that's fine, But in the first few stages, first few weeks of relationships and dating, you each pay for yourselves. I mean, it's not fair one person pays for everything and the other person leeches off you. If you're both working, then great, that's at least, 1 week you can shout, the other week they can shout. You take it in turns. It shouldn't always be one person pays for everything. It should be 50-50 all the way. And most decent girls, you know, don't expect the guy to pay for everything. They'll pay for their thing, the guy pays for his thing. But personally, like, I've grown up, I've always paid for everything, and that's why I'm never got money. So, but yeah, if you're in a relationship, be fair, 50-50. Don't go too over the top. Like, I know people write things on their Facebook. Now, if you're in a relationship and you've got Facebook, it will not work. But the best thing to do is, if you are on Facebook and you are in a relationship with each other, yes, put you're in a relationship, but not necessarily put who's it with, because you'll have your friends and their friends trying to contact you. It's probably better to hide it. But if you want to be open about it, that's cool. But say if I get into a relationship and the girl puts it on her Facebook, well, I don't want any of her friends contacting me. And the fair thing is, I wouldn't want my friends contacting her, because it's not fair. So that's on the Facebook subject. Also, don't be too full on with, writing on their Facebook wall, I love you so much, I miss you, because it makes you look weak and pathetic. Now, I can understand hi hon, hope you had a good day, catch up soon, that's fine. But when it comes to like poems and lovey-dovey stuff, it's better to keep that off Facebook and private message each other. And don't be too full on about it too. Like, once a week's fine, but when you're doing it every day, it doesn't mean anything, I could write a poem to someone every day, and eventually it's meaningless. So if you do it once every so often, that's fine. The whole poems thing and the whole I love you thing. I guess in a relationship you always want to hear I love yous, but not too early. So yeah, that's what on my subject on relationships. Also in a relationship, if things start to get rough, work out your problems. Like, if there's some problems there, work them out. Don't go off and try to find someone else, or even cheat for that matter. Try to go, look, a relationship will be better if dush, and you name it. Like, say if I'm in a relationship and the girl doesn't stop ringing me and texting me, I'll say, come on sweetie, calm down, take it easy. Or if she expects me to go partying every week, I'll be like, well sweetie, I trust you, you can go partying with your mates, that's fine. As long as you give me some spare time for me and you one day, that's fine. So yeah, that's my topic on relationships. I hope it's helped some of you, because I know a lot of people on Facebook are going through some rough relationships. The reason why I give out advice is because I've been through everything. Like I said, I planned when I was like 19 to have a kid, and I was very in love with my first fiance, and I waited till 19 to have sex, because I thought, growing up, saving myself for the right person, would be a good thing, because I was brought up as a Christian. But I realized you can't help who you fall for, and I fell for this girl very quickly. She was my first love. Wasn't my first everything, obviously. She was my first to make love. But yeah, just first few weeks getting to know someone. Try not to rush the whole sex subject, especially if you're a male. Don't rush the girl on sex. Let her decide that. If she waits and be patient, she's a good girl to keep. If in the first few days she already wants to get down your pants, then you got to think, not a good thing to start off with. Best thing is get to know each other, especially if you only just met them. But if you've known them a long time and you've got that chemistry and that bond, nothing's wrong with sleeping with them. But it's better to wait, at least a week or two before jumping in the sack, because in that way you really get to know each other physically. And I know parents get involved all the time. They only want what's best for you. If they don't like who you're dating, ask them why, and maybe listen to your parents, because they know probably better. So that's on the subject of parents. Oh, we could go into very deep details about that. But if your boyfriend's treating you like shit and your parents go, hey, he treats you like shit, you shouldn't be with him, they know what they're talking about. So this was the subject on relationships. I hope you enjoyed it. It's something different from me coming from, but at least this might get a few more views on YouTube, but also help a few people that are going through that stage. And yeah, if you want any topics brought up, I'm happy to talk about any topic, politics, whatever, financial stuff. So yeah, financial stuff, I'm going to bring up a video on that the next few weeks. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll have a lovely day or night.